Lesson 5.4 Key Characteristics of Polynomial Functions continues. In this video, we will sketch graphs of polynomials given their characteristics. What do you call a tiger running a copy machine? A copycat. Alright, key characteristics to look for. In behavior, x-intercepts, y-intercepts, intervals of increase or decrease, the number of relative extrema, the number of absolute extrema. Cubic functions, some characteristics in behavior. So with our in behavior, this part is always the same. So as x goes to infinity and as x goes to negative infinity. So as we go to the right or the left. As we're going to the right, cubic functions will go to the positive and then we go to negative. So they go, these here are opposite. Okay. Same thing here. It could be that it goes negative when you're going to positive infinity and positive when you go to negative infinity. Those characteristics match the cubic functions or quintic functions as well. If we look at quartic goes in the same direction. So whether you're going to positive or negative, they end the same, both either positive or both either negative. Okay. Possible x-intercepts. With cubic functions, it could be 3 or less, up, down, as low as 1. With quartic, you can have 4, 3, 2, or 1. And with quintic, you could have 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. You'll notice that the y-intercepts, they all have only one y-intercept. Possible intervals of increase or decrease. There's a huge array. The odd ones can be always increasing or always decreasing. And then you can have some set of increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase, decrease. But you'll notice that the even one, quartic, is either increasing or decreasing or increasing, and it's always alternating. It's never always one or always the other. I know we've talked about extrema, possible number of extrema. Cubic, it's 2 or none. Quartic, it's 3 or 1. And quintic, it's 4, 2, or none. And then the last one, you'll notice that a odd function like cubic and quintic, there is no absolute max because it continues to go up or down in both directions always. As for the quartic, there is one, either a max or a min. Alright, let's look at our first example. Use the coordinate plane to sketch the graph with the given characteristics. If the graph is not possible to sketch, explain why. Okay, so first of all, degree 5 means that it starts and ends opposite. Okay, and in this case, we're starting in quadrant 2, which is here, and ending in quadrant 4, which is down here. And then we have a relative max and a relative min, a max happening at when x is 3, and a min happening when x is negative 3. So x is 3 is here, and x minimum, or negative 3 is here. Okay, so we have to have a minimum at the first line and a max at the second. And again, we begin and end opposite. So if we're starting in quadrant 2, that means we're starting at the top. We're coming down. We hit some low point here at the first line. We're going to come up to the second line, and we're going to hit a maximum there, and we're going to continue on down to the bottom. So your lines can vary. They don't have to be exactly like mine, but they should have some similar shape to what I just did in mine. So now what I'd like you to do is try number 11 on your own. Okay, you're going to use the coordinate plane. Again, same thing. This time we have even degree. It's increasing until you hit x equals -2. Then it's decreasing when you hit x equals 0. Then it will be increasing again until you hit x equals 2, and then decreasing after that. It also has a relative minimum at y equals 1 and absolute maximum or maximums at y equals 4. So go ahead and try this now. Pause it, and then when you're done, unpause and check to see how you did. So now that you've tried it, what I did here is first I drew lines in there so I know where my markers are. So I know the blue line was at x equals -2, red was at x equals 0, green was at y equals or x equals 2. And then the maroon was at y equals 1. And the pink is at y equals 4. And since it said increases to x equals -2, that meant I was starting at the bottom because I can't increase from the top. So I had to start at the bottom. I increased till I ran into where the blue and the pink intersect. I then decreased until I ran where the red and the maroon intersect. And then I increased again to where it says x equals 2 to reach its second maximum, and then it said decrease after that, so then I decrease back to the bottom. So your graph should look similar to mine, but not exactly the same as mine. And with that, that's how we use coordinate planes to sketch a graph with given characteristics.